going to do some Asian burgers with a sweet and spicy aioli. And we're gonna pair that with our hamburger buns that we made yesterday. Let's get started. We're gonna cut the tops off of 2 cloves of garlic, or 2 whole cloves of garlic. Bulbs, that's the word I'm looking for. Now we're gonna need 2 pieces of tin foil. You could do them both in one, but I like to do mine separately. Place them in the center of each one, and then we're going to put some butter on these and wrap them up, and we're going to throw them in the oven at 375 degrees for about 30 to 40 minutes. You will definitely start to smell them. They'll start to get nice and fragrant, and then they'll be done, and we got to cool them afterwards. Just like this. You don't want the butter to come out, and you're not going to be flipping this over at all. It's going to sit just the one way the whole time. I take them and I put them into one of my pie tins, or sometimes I'll use my loaf pan too, but just set them into a pan and put them into the oven. Our garlic is now done roasting, and it's cool enough that we can grab them out. Open these up. Oh, that smells so good. Now we're going to need to dice this one and slice, and slice this one. Let's start our burgers. We're going to add in some onion. We're going to do about a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of our umami mushroom. Then we're going to add about a half a teaspoon, a little bit more of our Chinese 5-spice. Then we're going to do about 1/8 of a teaspoon of our white pepper. You could do about 1/4 a teaspoon depending on your spice level. I'm only going to do about 1/8 in this because I'm also going to add some spice to our sauce for the burger. Then I got about a tablespoon of some freeze-dried chives. Now we're going to take some of our fresh ginger. I have a little bit more than that in mine. And some of our roasted garlic. And I have them here in my garlic press. Now we're going to add in about a half a tablespoon, a little bit less maybe, of some rice vinegar. Then we're gonna add in about 2 tablespoons or so, maybe a little bit more of some hoisin. I really like hoisin. That time it wasn't my son kicking it was me. So we're gonna add in a bit of some hoisin in there. And then we have our sesame paste. So I did forget to mix mine. And so a lot more of the oil came out at first than the actual paste. So let's get this mixed first. Now I figured I'd put this into my burger because one of my favorite flavor combinations when I'm doing my hot pot, the sauce that I mix up, I usually do hoisin and sesame paste. Those are my 2 go-tos to go and mix up for my hot pot. So I figured we're gonna put it in burger this time. All right, we got all of our stuff in there. It's time to start mixing it all up. Now, I am going to let my meat sit and marinate for a little bit before I start making my burgers. I want my flavors to really get into the meat. So we're gonna let this rest in the fridge covered for about an hour or so, and then we'll start forming our burgers. Okay, we're gonna make our sauce. We're gonna do about a half cup, maybe a little bit more of some mayo. We're gonna add a little bit of some garlic powder. Then we've got our chili oil. Okay, we've let our beef sit and rest for a few, so now we're gonna start making our burgers. Well, we're gonna start forming them right now. I am gonna put these back in the fridge one more time because I'm not quite ready to make them just yet, but now we do put a thumbprint in the middle of them before we cook them, but I'm not gonna worry about doing that till they're going on the grill. I preheated the smokeless grill to 400 degrees. And now we're gonna put our burgers buns, and I cut them in half. And then I also have a little bit of a mixture of some sesame and olive oil here. And we're gonna brush the bread with this and then put them on